Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, masters. Whenever you are ready, please open your hands and place on your eyes. Yeah. Thank you all, masters, for this meditation. Sorry for the glitch in between. Hope you are able to continue your meditation. So, welcome all of you, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. Thanks to our Guru, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Thanks to our Guru, Master Tarkam Saraidarian. Thanks to all the masters, whoever is helping us with all the wisdom. And thanks to all the masters for joining all the sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. So welcome all of you for the 26th day of Karma Consciousness, season 2. So masters, let me share my screen. Okay, masters. So today we are going to discuss about past lives. So we all know that we have so many lifetimes. So from all our past lives, we have learned so much and we are learning so much. And through our past lives, we are progressing into the current life. So we all know that this past life's entire memory will be available in the Akashic records, right? So according to the ageless wisdom, the best moments and attainments of past lives are recorded in the chalice. So we already learned about chalice, right? So all our good things, all the good deeds, all our progress, righteous things, all our love, all our sacrificial services, everything will be recorded in the chalice. Entire past life will be available in the Akashic records, but the best moments, like a best events in our lives, everything will be taken and they'll be stored as a chalice. They'll be used for building our character, our virtues, our qualities, all these things, right? So that is what Master is telling. So all the best moments and important events will be recorded in the chalice also. So past lives can be recorded by our consciousness when our consciousness can contact the astral plane. So once we reach consciously the astral plane, we can access our Akashic records that we have learned during one of our sessions. But the problem with the astral world is, astral plane, it is so much polluted. So in the astral plane also, the reflection of the Akashic records will be available, but because of the so much of pollution, we will not be able to get the clear picture. We are completely not sure whether it is really our past life or it is a reflection of our imagination. Because we are not completely purified ourselves. We are still having so much to cleanse ourselves. So in the astral plane, we will not be able to see things clearly. Okay, but still there is a chance is what Master is reiterating here. So this happens very rarely when our solar angel permits it for a special reason to help the individual in a serious problem or for a future striving. So Master is telling there are exceptions even in the astral plane. One will be able to see their past life, means not entire life, a particular sequence or a particular event, which will be helping the respective persons to deal the problems that they are going through currently in their lifetime. If it is very much needed for the evolution of that soul, only then the solar angels give a permission, a momentary permission to reveal that past life to the respective persons, respective souls. Because past life, it has a purpose, why it is not given to each and everyone, why it is not in our consciousness. We already discussed about it, right? We are not able to understand our life, current life itself, present life itself. So many challenges, so many struggles. We don't have the righteous view, righteous understanding, righteous awareness to look at the things in the current life itself. So you can imagine if you are able to have that past life memories also in your consciousness, and you have to live your current life also, it will be so much burdening, so much worsening the life. So that is why it is purposefully, intentionally for the benefit of each and every individual to progress in their lifetime. It was hidden on purpose. Okay. So it is also possible that our master can stretch our consciousness to penetrate the chalice and see a special event belonging in a past life, or to recollect a few records in the mental unit, or even from our subconscious mind. So master is telling there is another possibility also is there, your master or your guru, who can help you to touch some portion of your good things. So can stretch your consciousness to penetrate the chalice and see a special event. So in your past life, you have done something wonderful, something great, something uplifting souls, something very beautiful that is helping so many other people. Okay. And in the current life, you are going through so much struggle, so much pain, or you are not able to realize your own strength, your own power, your own will. Then your guru, again, depending upon various situations, various circumstances. Not every time it is possible, masters. Only when there is a chance, only that particular soul is eligible for that particular instance, then masters momentarily they will allow your consciousness to look into your past life where you have done a very great thing, so that you get your inspiration, your motivation, so that you can move forward in your current life and overcome the challenges that you are going through. So master, these are all very, very rare situations, very exceptional situations. So we talk about exceptions, right? So these are those kind of exceptions. Yeah. And in very rare occasions, a master takes a person subjectively and temporarily clairvoyant to see a segment of his past life in the Akashic records. So momentarily, a master can enable you to become a clairvoyant. A momentary awareness will be provided to you so that you can see through and go to your past and see one particular moment, one particular event that can help you progress further in the current life. So this has to happen through masters or by your own effort, you have to raise your awareness, consciousness to certain level so that you can view your own past life. And Master is clearly now telling very important thing. So there are many people, many uh, some advanced souls who will be helping people to go through or to learn about their past lives. We already discussed in our previous sessions. We are never ever supposed to talk about past lives at all, because there is a strict rule, strict law about the revelation of past lives, because it is hidden on a purpose and it has a great intention behind it. If one is ready, if one is really needed that thing to be aware of or to bring that into his consciousness, the nature itself will take care of those things, bringing those things into one's life memories so that he can go and see his past life and learn from that and move move forward in the current life or overcome their challenges in the current life. But when we seek the help from other people who will be helping to learn our past lives, so Master is telling such revelations can have a drastic consequence in the lives of the person involved. Because there are some psychics, mediums, hypnotists, so who can apply some mechanisms, some tools, and they can make people read their past lives, look into their past lives. So Master is telling, when we are going through such kind of revelations, the person who is actually going through this process, his life may completely disturbed because of those events, those kind of revelations. Because those persons may not be ready completely to digest that information, to accept that information. So something very disturbing, suppose he has found something very disturbing, then it causes so much damages in this current life. So Master is telling same thing. Nature covers past lives for many reasons. First thing, it prevents occupying a person with the past, but instead enables him to forge toward the future without being directly influenced by past events, relationships, failures, or anything. So in the current life itself, if you see, whenever we are feeling tired or whenever we are feeling somebody is insulting us, somebody causing us trouble, we feel so much low, right? We will not be able to progress further because we get stuck with that sometimes. So in the past lives, you don't know what you have done, first of all. That awareness itself is not there. So that is the reason why that past lives will be hidden for all of us, so that we can focus on the current life, present life, focus on our current learnings and goals for this lifetime. So we are not even ready for that itself. So what is the point in knowing about the past? We just hang on to that and we don't even progress in the current life. Yeah. And second, it prevents the opening of sources of information that often cannot be stopped, thus making a person live in the past and forget about his present duties, responsibilities, and problems. Yeah, so this is what we are doing. So for our own great benefit, for our own highest good, this is being hidden so that we will not get exploded with all the past information, will not be overloaded. So Master is telling past events can explode in the mind of the person with a tremendous tension, which sometimes releases him or sometimes lead him to asylums. Third, an Akashic record contains hundreds of lives, which may suddenly reach an individual and devastate his life with tremendous confusion, burning his sanity and balance. So if one is not ready, one is not in a position to understand things, so how can he handle something which he is not aware right now in the current life? We can't even relate to that experiences because Akashic records, all our journey will be there. The entire journey. We already learned, right? We start from the mineral kingdom. So you can imagine how many number of lifetimes, number of incarnations we have taken in each kingdom. And subconscious trash can surface, leading a person into total imbalance. So it brings so much imbalance. Whenever some great challenges, some great problems, if we are encountering in the current life itself, we tremble down. We will be shaking ourselves. We will not be able to stand properly. We lose our balance, right? So we may have done so much chaotic things in the past lives. Who knows? So such revelations can bring back the experiences of the past in such a reality that the person loses his present opportunity to live a new life. So for all of these reasons, past lives are being hidden masters. It is for our own highest good. If really it is needed, that will come to us definitely. And we need to raise our awareness, consciousness level so that we'll be able to understand them. We'll be able to cooperate with them rather than fighting with them, fighting with ourselves. So most of the forceful revelations of past lives, fortunately, are unreal. They are the result of the imagination are the result of the projection of a medium, psychic, or hypnotist. So Master is telling whoever is doing this psychic or mediums or hypnotists, those who are not evolved completely, they are also somewhere in the astral world, astral plane, or somewhere in the mental plane. Still, they have to go through lot of cleansing, lot of purification. So they may impersonate that their own imaginations into people, or people may go through their own imaginations and think that that is their past life. So they may not be completely real, is what Master is telling. So they may be completely unreal. And when we truly believe them, that is our past life, which is not real actually, which is not true, then based on that we live our current life by taking that past life imaginations, and we we ruin in the current life also, because all our opinions, all our learnings are based on the past. We behave from our past experiences. We bring that past experiences, past learnings, the opinions that are framed based on the past. Based on that, we are taking decisions each and every moment, isn't it? So you can imagine if a past life, which is actually imagined, which is our imagination, which is not true, and based on that, again, we form some more opinions, some more understandings, and our current life may be distorted. It may be deviated. So unless otherwise you experience your own, on your own, you experience your past life by raising your awareness and consciousness to certain level. Even if somebody is conveying you, this is your past life, this is what you are in the past, don't take it as real masters. Just listen and leave it. Don't take it to the heart. Because Master is clearly mentioning the beautiful example. If you play two videotapes on the screen of your television at the same time, you can imagine what happens. So at a given moment, you can watch only one video. But if you are trying to watch two videos together at the same time, what will happen? So that is what gonna happen when you try to look into your past life, which when you are not ready, when you are not in a position to contemplate it, look at it in the righteous way. So only things that will happen to us which we are capable of holding on to. When you are not ready, you will not be given that information because that will cause you trouble to you and to others, to the existence. Because with that, with our wrong understanding, with our wrong intentions, wrong ideas, we create chaotic situations from out of it. We distort that information. Yeah, master is telling. So if we are going with that way, so master is telling we will be deviating completely. And master is telling there is one more way. In order to stop the evolution of some advancing disciples, the dark forces attract and release certain past events from the subconscious minds of the other people to make them believe that they are experiencing a past life. So this is also possibility is what master is telling. So when any person is advancing in their spiritual practices and moving so fast and evolving so much, then these dark forces will try to hinder their path, bring some obstacles in whatever way possible. And if person is very much enthusiastic about his past lives and very much crazy about learning past lives, so these dark forces impersonate these past life events as if their own events. So that's why Master is telling visit asylums and you will see hundreds of such people who speak about their past lives or events that occurred in the past. Because they bring so much disturbance, so much imbalance. They will not be able to tolerate. So all of a sudden some people get lost themselves because of this kind of scenarios. We are told that a master of wisdom accidentally saw the Akashic records of a person. He immediately turned his face and averted his eye so as not to see them. So, masters who is having the ability, awareness, and the authority to look into Akashic records, even by mistake, they don't see the records of others because that is the rule, that is the thumb rule, basic sense. Because even though they have the authority, they have the ability to look into the records of other people, they should not see that unless otherwise it is very much needed. So that nature itself guides people, guides masters also. So that is what master is doing. One of the master accidentally seen the Akashi record of another person, but instead of looking at it, he immediately turned his face. That is what the right masters do. So we are not supposed to talk about our past lives, and we are not supposed to talk about others' past lives also. If you know about your past lives, just keep it with yourself. You don't need to tell to anyone. He further stating that even a sixth degree initiate has no right to be involved with the past lives of other people unless he has special permission for some important responsibility. So past lives, even the highest sixth degree initiation, means who is at the monadic level, I think. Even they are not supposed to see the or look into the lives of other people's past lives. Unless otherwise they got some special permission or special request from higher masters, so that something very much important can be taken care. So otherwise even they are not entitled to look into other people's past lives masters. So it is very, very important thing that we need to understand, masters. So when your consciousness reaches a certain degree of expansion, nature will allow you, under the guidance of your solar angel, to see certain segments of your past life. So anything has to happen naturally, masters. Through your own work, through your own hard work, through your own practices, through your own striving, through your own services. So we have to earn anything, whatever we wanted, not through some other resources. So this is very important, masters. Everyone should be aware of it. So in the subtle world, it is even forbidden to be occupied with your past life so that you forge ahead to the future. So not only in the physical world, master is telling even in the subtle worlds, they are forbidden to look into their past lives. Because so that if they keep looking into their past life, they stick with that. All of us are here to move forward. So if you are able to use your past life for your future benefit to make yourself better, then it is valid. If you are really in that situation, it will be given to you anyway. So if you are not in that situation, if you are not capable of going that way, then it will not be given to us. It will not be revealed to us. So Master is telling Buddha, Christ, all the great masters, they are all capable of looking into each and everybody's past lives, all their disciples. But they don't look at them, and they're not interested in doing so because they are born by this law of reincarnation. They know why those things are there like that. So unless otherwise it is very much needed. Accordingly, by not violating the law of incarnation, they convey to their students. If suppose student is doing something else, they guide them. No, don't. It would be better this way rather than going that way. That is how they guide us. Because they know what is the right thing to do for us. Though sometimes we may not understand it. So it is a possibility that one can have some revelation about the past lives of his friends, children, or parents in a degree that solves a dark problem in his mind. Such revelations are possible, and the sign that they are given is that such a person never talks about it and keeps silence. So you have evolved to such a level, to such a degree, to such an awareness. So you'll be given some revelation about your friends, family, or somebody else. Suppose if they are going through something, some challenges, whatever it is. So you have the ability means then you will be given that opportunity. They will showcase something to you so that you can help them in a way, not directly, but you may help them by giving some suggestions and directions, but you should not reveal that thing to them. So they make sure that if you are given that chance, they are very sure that you will not be revealing that to them, but you will be using that information to help them to focus on their future or to make them better or to overcome their challenges. You may give them the suggestions, a direction. So this is possible, masters. So ageless wisdom never encourages people to practice certain methods to dig up the events of past lives of people. So no spirituality will encourage people to look into their past lives. They will not encourage. No master, no real master will encourage. So this is the very, very important thing, masters, because it has again certain karma associated with it, masters. Because a psychic who is actually doing such kind of work, then forcing people or making them or luring them to get into their learning of their past life so that their lives may become better or they can get an understanding of what they were. But if they are not ready, that brings a lot of chaotic situations into their lives. So it brings a lot of karma to those persons. So that is why it is very, very important. Master is telling they will not encourage to do this at all. So it is known also that some entities who possess people can reveal certain events of the life of the individuals they possess in order to make them a more obedient slave or to lead them into activities that prevent them from reaching sanity. So this is also one more possibility. So there will be some entities that may be possessing people. Again, when this possession can happen, only when we are weak in certain aspects, when we have done something wrong, then we become weak. So using our weakest channels, those dark entities will try to possess us so that they can use us for something they wanted to do, or they can make us what to say. They can make us as slaves, or they can blackmail us with whatever the wrong things we have done or we were doing. So for whatever we have done, and we are moving in the right direction and evolving. Suppose you have done something very wrong in the past, but now you realized and you are moving towards the right direction, but you still have that weakness because you have done that, so that that weak link will be there with you until unless you completely cleanse yourself, completely purify yourself. So during those moments, what can happen? Using that weak link, weak channel, these dark entities can possess you and they can make you as a slave, or they can restrict you so that you will not be progressing in the spiritual path, in the righteous path, so that your evolution progress will be delayed. Some of our dreams and imaginations issue from past lives. The natural laws often release the unconscious pressure on the psyche of man by releasing pressure through dreams and imagination. So sometimes masters will help us with the dreams and imaginations from the past lives. So which will be helping us to release something in the current life. There may be some relation because our present lives are nothing but from our past lives. All our experiences will tell us what we were. So each and every moment life is telling this is what you are by showing this is the experience. So all your experiences is telling that this is what you are, right? Or you were. So in a way, your past life is telling you or bringing you all the experiences. So we don't need to look into our past lives by looking at our current life, our current experiences, the virtues, the characters, the qualities, all whatever we have inbuilt. By looking at them, we can understand what we were and what we have to work upon. So by continuously focusing upon the present moment in the present life, and by cleansing ourselves, purifying ourselves, and becoming more and more purer day by day with our striving character, with our hard work, with our spiritual practices, we can cleanse ourselves and we can grow so that one day we'll be able to look into our past lives, look into our Akashic records and understand what are our lives. So how I lived all my lives, what I was before. So how I evolved, how I transitioned. So now how I can help others with that learnings, with that transition. So this is what we need to look into past lives. In fact, we don't need to look into past lives. Once we are ready, they will be revealed to us automatically so that we can understand, we can see the greater picture of our lives, our evolution, our entire journey, so that that becomes a picture, a complete picture, bigger picture of our whole life, whole journey. Then using that, we can help others in their lifetimes by telling them as stories. You don't have to tell that is your lifetime, that is your past life. But you can convert that as a story, beautiful story, and explain them. So some writers exhaust this pressure by writing stories and novels from their past lives. So master is telling, so whatever the all the writers, not all, some of the writers, they may be writing some beautiful stories, something, right? So master is telling, some of them might be from their past lives. They write them as stories, and they think that is their artistic imagination. So to see consciously the past lives and use them for our further progress, we must be a fourth degree initiate. So fourth degree initiate means at least we need to reach to the intuitional level. So etheric, astral, mental, intuition, fourth level. So we should be reaching that state. That is a minimal. Then we'll be able to get a somewhat clear picture because all our lower level entities we crossed now. So all the dense materials, we crossed them. We liberated ourselves all these and then we move towards the spiritual levels. So that is the beginning state of the spiritual levels. So people start using their power of seeing past lives after they take the third initiation. So from the third initiation, they can see their past lives. So they will be having that ability. If they are able to generate, if they are able to uplift themselves and develop that ability, they can see their past lives. From the third initiation is what Master is telling. So at the third initiation, a person has a direct access to the chalice. His glamours and illusions have vanished and his subconscious is totally dry. In such a situation, he has complete power of balance for any past life revelation. So, Master is telling we need to completely cleanse ourselves. We need to purify ourselves. So, all our glamours, all our malaise, all our evilness, illusions, we have to transcend everything. So, only after transcending all these things, we will be able to get the clear picture of our past lives. And Master is telling the teaching says that even some very rare chemical combinations make a man see a past event. But immediately when the chemistry changes, the person loses his ability to see. So there seems to be some chemical combinations available to see the past events. But once that effect is lost, we also lose that ability. I heard about some of them actually. When they take them, they'll be able to get that past experiences into their vision, past lives. But it is very dangerous. One has to be very, very careful in that. Okay, Masters, so we'll pass discussion here. We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you all, Masters. If you have anything to share or any clarifications you want, you can ask Masters. Thank you all. Thank you, Masters, for your messages. So, Masters, so we all have to understand this thing. It is not that matters looking into past lives. It is all about focusing on our cleansing, our purification, and our progress towards the righteousness. That's what makes all the difference. Yeah, Daksha madam very clearly mentioned. Thank you. So our finer purity and current characteristics can show some light to what was for one in the past. Exactly. Because based upon our past, our lives will be there and our experiences. Not every experience I'm telling, some of the experiences. We can clearly say that this is definitely from the past life. But we should be aware first of all.
Lot of introspection.
Yeah, yes. We all have to do that. Rightly said. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Okay, masters. If nothing else, yeah, then we are good to close. Thank you all once again. Happy night, all of you. Dhanyavad. Shubhratri.
Dhanyavad. Shubhratri.
Dhanyavad. Shubhratri.
Jai Shri.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.